So when it comes to protecting large corporations, YouTube knows where its bread is buttered, and it does everything in its power to give the power to the large corporations. And once again, it has shown itself to be heavily skewed towards the large corporation and not really a fan of the smaller guy. Unless the smaller guy happens to have a shit ton of followers and a shit ton of subscribers, and then maybe he can get things changed. Let's talk about what happened to Angry Joe. So, as you can probably tell from here, CBS removes YouTuber Angry Joe's review of Star Trek Picard for use of 13 seconds of the trailer. Now, this is something that happens all the time. Now, first off, I never understood why if you used a trailer, which is something that's free, that's out there, anybody can see, and if you use that trailer and comment on that trailer, why that would be some sort of infraction on intellectual property. You are giving that content out for free. I am taking that content and I am consuming that content and I am regurgitating out my opinion of it for other people to watch. Now, some people are going to sit there and say, well, it's their stuff and you're monetizing it and they should... they didn't intend for it to be monetized. Well, they did intend for it to be watched. And if I'm commenting on it, I'm actually bringing other viewers who may not have watched it to watch it. And, commenting on it. So the fact that you use parts of a trailer, to me, is ridiculous. Now, if I wholesale ripped out an entire episode, I can get that. I could totally understand that. But if a person can literally get on YouTube and watch it for absolutely free, anyway, what makes a difference if I'm commenting over it? I don't understand it. But hey, you know what? That's that. That's why I don't really do trailer stuff on the channel. I did a few of them, and every single time I would get a copyright thing on there. And I was just like, there's no point. There's no point in doing it. And they weren't getting that many views anyway. Not that my channel's gets a lot of views. But anywho, but Angry Joe here, he's got a ton of people. And he did less than that. He took just snippets of the trailer, the freely available trailer that anyone can go and pull up on YouTube at any point. But anyway, here you go. Popular YouTube media reviewer Joe Vargas, better known by his alias Angry Joe. This is a false... alias, because he's actually not really that angry. He seems pretty content with life most of the time. Seems like he's having a good time. Has had his review of Star Trek Picard struck from the platform after CBS copyright claimed 13 seconds of the trailer used by Vargas. Vargas informed his fans of the issue on his Twitter page, stating that CBS had issued a manual block to his video. That means somebody watched his video at CBS and said, and they blocked it. So this looks like it's completely blocked. Yeah, blocked worldwide. Not even demonetized. I guess it's blocked. So Joe Vargas goes on his Twitter and he says, assholes at CBS All Access blocked worldwide my Star Trek Picard review for daring to show 13 seconds of the, and that's the key here, publicly available trailer too close to another 13 seconds of the trailer. A manual block. What happened to fair use? Fair use is very interesting because it has no bearing at all with how YouTube operates. Because you are actually agreeing to work within YouTube's guidelines, not the federal government's guidelines. So YouTube is much, much, much more stringent because they want those ad dollars coming in. And that's how they make their money, right? Through ads. They don't make their money through me talking bullshit. They make their money through ads. And they want to make sure that they appease these large content providers that draw in more viewers so that they can sell more ads. It's all about the ads. Given that Star Trek Picard trailer has been widely available for viewing for months, the rationale behind CBS' decision was called into question. That's what's crazy about this. It wasn't, you know what's also nuts is that CBS was using the entire first episode as an ad in YouTube. So they were serving it, they were paying you to watch. No, wait. They were paying YouTube to force feed you the episode. But you can still skip it. It's just a crazy, this whole thing is crazy. With some believing that this claim violated the concept of fair use. Not only is the trailer available, but CBS uploaded the entire first episode on January 30th. So now, because the Angry Joe audience caused an uprising, several days later, Vargas's video was fully restored. But I got a little secret for you guys. This sort of thing is happening to small content creators all the time. All the time. And since there's not the numbers behind us, like an Angry Joe might have, or Linus Tech Tips, or MKBHD, or I'm not going to say PewDiePie and all those people, because that's not really what they do. They're like vloggers and stuff. They might be selling people's products and, reviewing. Some people are reviewing products that are not really reviews. They really just paid sponsorships. But, those content creators that are out there and have to use sometimes some video, like I'll give you an example. My Joker video that I have on this channel, it's a video about whether or not Joker has a sort of affliction. And I use most of the trailer in that one, right? Because that's the best, that was the best footage to use. I didn't go and use the movie, I used the trailer. And that was copyright claimed. So I would never be able to monetize that video whatsoever. And so since YouTube knows that they can't monetize that video, they're not going to serve it out like they would normally a video that can be monetized, because they want the ad revenue. And YouTube is making billions of dollars in ad revenue. And you can't blame them. You can't blame them. But when something like this comes up, most of us just have to sort of take it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. And so it's amazing to me how beholden we are to this huge mega corporation, how they really do have us by the balls when it comes to these things. It is their way or the highway, and unfortunately, most of the time, you just got to do it their way. Or, you know what? Or you can just say, screw it, I'm not going to monetize this video. And some people, I would say a lot of people have come to that decision that there's just some videos that just won't monetize, but then they won't create more content like it. Then I don't think anybody ever takes anything down. So that it's still out there if you really want it. But I know tons of YouTube creators out there that are dealing with this that don't have the sort of reach that Angry Joe has, and they just have to suck it up and take it right up the ass. Check this out. Look at this. Good news. After reviewing your dispute, CBS CID has decided to release their copyright claim. Oh. And that's a problem. This is another problem too. Now that YouTube serves out your video like gangbusters within like the first 48 hours, right? And then it goes up, and then it hits this point where it just dies. It dies a slow death. And that's why a lot of content providers who do content like this one, like this particular video, they have to constantly feed the animal, and they'll release 2, 3, 4 videos a day, every day, maybe except one. And then there's other content providers that are creating more evergreen content, and their video will be up, but then it'll hit a sort of plateau and it'll go down, and then eventually it comes up and then it goes down, and that's sort of how it works. And if they create enough of those evergreen pieces of evergreen content, they're able to sort of make a steady amount of views over the course of, their channel's life. Well, people like us, people like Angry Joe, that deal with, more topical situations, or who deal with more time-sensitive topics, things that are happening now, Evan Rachel Wood saying something about Kobe Bryant, or, a review of the latest trailer, or something, or something that an actor or actress said or done, or who got cast what. Those things have very, very short lifespans. And so you have to constantly be feeding the animal because you only have that so much. Now with this review, prime time was a few days ago when, the episode was fairly fresh. People were looking for that. And then now it gets cut off. It loses a lot of its luster. And and it doesn't have that first 48 push that it had before because it was copyright struck down. I mean, the video is going to probably still do good because he has a very loyal fan base, but it sucks because it's not going to do what it could have done. So there you go. And, and CBS knows that too. And I'm sure that this review was not a good review. Red Letter Media did a review. They did not like it at all. There's a lot of problems with the episode. There's a lot of problems with the series as a whole. Star Trek, the Picard series, it's not coming from a right place, and it's not being created by people that understand the source material. People like Red Letter Media, they understand the source material, and when you hear the breakdowns that they've come out with, I mean, you're just in shock, like how they retain that much knowledge. And I'm talking about one guy in particular, retains that much knowledge of Star Trek, and they just really did dissected this in a way. I mean, they cut this sucker up, and they know that. So maybe Joe Vargas, the same thing was happening with that one. They figured they would use the 13 seconds of video as an excuse to get rid of it. It loses its bump. It's not going to be seen by as many people because YouTube's not going to serve it up that way. And there you go. It's a complete shit show. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that guy who did this, who manually reviewed it and copyright struck it, he's going to get a pat on the back by the people at CBS, not chastised or reprimanded in any way. So, anywho. If you like the content on this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. I could really use the help. Thank you guys so much. And let me know in the comment section below what you think about how far up our asses YouTube has its fingers. Not really mine, because I don't make money doing this. So there you go. Stay away from my ass, YouTube. Catch you later, guys.